Today I'll be unlocking the Dragon Hunter Lance on my group Ironman, but every time I kill Hydra, I have to do one push-up until I get the drop. So I'll go ahead and start getting a head start on all of these reps. This could take me a very long time since the Dragon Hunter Lance is a 1 in 1000 drop from Hydra, and even while browsing Reddit, it seems to be one of the big 3 grinds that really burn Ironman players out or make them end up quitting the game. The other 2 that come to mind are Corrupted Gauntlet for the Bofa, and the Dragon Warhammer grind, which is actually getting buffed to where it's now a 1 in 3k drop instead of the 1 in 5k with Project Rebalance. When I initially started killing Hydra, I tried out the Dragon Hunter crossbow and the blowpipe, but really didn't feel like it was worth the resource upkeep on my iron, so I switched to the Hosta, especially since I still needed melee stats, and then I ended up finishing almost all of my majority of my kills with the Fang as it was super consistent. I don't have an exact KC, but the first drop was within my first 100, and it was the Hydra's Eye, the first piece of the Brimstone ring. Each piece of that ring is 1 in 181, so I have a really good chance of completing it by the time I get the Hydra's Claw for the Lance, and it would actually be really nice since I don't have a mage ring and it's just overall good, especially in raids. The really nice part about this grind is even if you go dry, you're going to make a ton of money from all the alks it drops, and you're going to get a lot of bones, which I ended up using my Hydra bones and all the dragon bones I got dropped at the new Varlomore prayer method, which was really nice. Now this will be the first of one of those 3 big grinds I talked about. I personally didn't go for Bofa while my teammates got spooned one at 94 KC for his enhance, and we gave him our armor seeds, and I had a shadow at 21 KC at TOA, so I kind of felt like I kind of skipped the Bofa. And then we had a Dragon Warhammer drop around 3500 KC, which is really nice that he didn't have to go to 5000, and they are buffing it down to 1 in 3k, so that's also pretty good for the future if we want to get more. But they're also buffing the Elder Maul, which we have 2 of at Chambers, so really we'll have no reason to go back for another Warhammer because the Elder Maul is now going to be a better Warhammer that specs down 35% of defense. So I decided personally to go for the Claw since we do Chambers more than anything, and it would just make those raids smoother, especially those duos, and I had the highest Slayer level in the group. Now I am a bit behind on reps here, but I'll go ahead and show you the second drop, which was an amazing spoon, huge spoon. I got a Hydra's Leather at 189 KC for making the Ferocious Gloves, which is an extra 2 shrink bonus, which is equivalent to the same thing as Bandos Tacets that give 2 shrink bonus. This also means I have best in slot melee gloves for the rest of the grind, and if I get another leather, I can just give it to my teammates so they can get Ferocious Gloves as well. And just got through those first 100 reps. So for this video, I did all of the push-ups for the entire grind between 2 different days. One I did at night, and the rest I finished up the next morning. So I'm definitely feeling that soreness now as making the video. But for the rest of this, as it's very taxing on the muscles, taking short rest in between each set, mostly gonna be down 2 sets of 10. If you're into the idea and concept of combining like a fitness RS challenge into one, something like what I'm doing in this video, make sure to leave a like and comment to give me that feedback. But yeah, it took me quite a while to get the next drop, but I ended up getting the Hydra's heads, which can be used to make the Slayer helmet. And I haven't made a special Slayer helmet yet, but I will probably end up making the Hydra one when I have just that random 1000 points to just kind of waste. So kind of cool. I'd probably rather have a Brimstone ring piece, but I will take it. This will be my future Slayer helmet. So I'm skipping pretty far ahead here, especially in front of those reps, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the next unique I got, and then towards the end of the video I'll show you like the full loot tab breakdown and all of that. So the next unique I got actually ended up being the Hydra pet, which is pretty cool because it's a sick pet. And it's a 1 in 3000, so super rare. And that will be it was my second pet on the account, but I actually have 3 now. And you can see those right here in my collection log. So Equal Hydra, and then I have Tiny Tempor, which actually was my first pet that I got super early on. It was about 15 permit pulls into Temporos, the first unique I got. And then I got the Quetzin pet. And the Tiny Tempor, I think, is around 1 in 20k, maybe. It's something crazy. And then I think the Quetzin pet is 1 in 1000, which I got right when the new Varlamore Hunter came out, so that was super hype, and it's a really cool looking pet. And here's that nice pet right there with all the colors, but this one matches my fashionscape pretty daggone well. So speaking of the lance, I'll go ahead and show you my chambers log since that's where this item is most relevant. This is actually one of the places I am not, I guess, spooned. I am technically dry, though my first purple, which I got around, it was right around 90 or 100 KC, I got the ancestral hat, which is actually huge for me because I have a shadow, so I get that triple magic damage. Plus, with the new project rebalance, they're gonna be upping that 2% to 3%, which goes from 6 to 9% with the shadow, so that's going to be a nice buff for me. But I'm still really looking for rigor. I got augury from one of my teammates, so that's the main thing I want, is that new prayer, so I can really start upping my range setup. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and knock out 20 more. I started at 7 o'clock, it is now 8:06, so 250 reps in about that first hour here. Let's go ahead and get those. My range setup is pretty solid. I went to Kriara and got the full set from Kriara and only 129 kills. These were all solo by myself with the shadow, not even with my team. I even got the chest plate from one of the minions, which is like 1 in 16k. That was really good. And then also, I don't have a Bofa, but I did some solo Commander Zilliana, and I got a 25kc Armadyl crossbow. So I'm really happy about that range setup. I want to go ahead and try to get full Missouri from Tombs of the Masket. And I think after that, after I get the fortified Missouri and with my Armadyl crossbow, I'll pretty much be set for next, especially when I get rigor as well. So that's my main next goal, is getting Missouri and rigor, so I can start running next and get that Zarite crossbow and Torva. Alright, so I did 250 in that first night. The next morning, I decided I was going to finish out any other reps I had left. Not unbearably sore, but it was starting to feel it. Definitely couldn't do as many high rep sets. It was mostly just 10 reps at a time for most of these final sets right here, up until I eventually get that claw. And speaking of getting that max range gear, I did actually get my quiver from the new Coliseum. I have never done Inferno before, and I actually did all the waves with a full magic setup, except for melee obviously for the boss. And I died to the final boss, Soul Heredit, about over 5 times probably. It was a big struggle, but I did get it done with 69 deaths and 696 waves completed. So it was a week-long grind, but I got it done. So also, when I do get that full range set up, I'm looking forward to trying out the Inferno. I hope my group gets spooned a T-bow beforehand, but I could probably make it work with the Armadyl crossbow if I need to. Pretty much at 300 reps, I might as well go ahead and reveal when I got the claw, so you can see how many more reps I gotta get out here. I was actually halfway after that first day. I ended up getting the Hydra's claw at 496 KC. So that'll leave me with about 200 more reps to crank out by the end of this video. And there's the beautiful screenshot right there with it down on the ground. I'll go ahead and show you my collection log right here. I did kill a couple more that even it out at 500 KC, and here are all of my drops. I didn't actually get another part of the Brimstone ring piece, which is kind of crazy because it's only 1 in 181 for each piece. And so yeah, I went Hydra's Eye into Hydra Leather around 181, into Hydra Heads with the pet and the claw. I am super happy with this log. I feel like I really don't want to go back to Hydra. I probably should, just to finish up the ring, because I could easily probably get my team another, at least Hydra's Leather, if not a second claw, getting it so early. And even if we get the Hydra's tail, that would be nice, because my teammate did get the piece from Vorkath to make the Bone Crusher necklace. And if you made it this far into the video, this video in general is a huge experiment for my channel, just trying something new, as I'm big into fitness, as I'm a personal trainer, and I just love doing fitness challenges, working out, and obviously I love playing old school RuneScape as I play the heck out of this group Ironman. So if you have any feedback on if this was a stupid idea, if you thought there were some interesting aspects of it that I could build upon, doing similar videos like this for other grinds, if you just have any suggestions, ideas, or feedback, please let me know down in the comments. Other than that, I'm going to speed these reps up all the way to show all of the remaining reps, just super fast pace. I did lose 30 or so from the editing process. I know I did them, I tracked it all down. I could easily do 30 right now, but I really don't feel like taking video and then editing and all of that again, and I am insanely sore for doing this between like the same 24 hours, because I started 250 one night, finished the next 250 that next morning, and I am feeling it now. But hopefully I get some big tricep gains, a little bit chest and shoulder, because that's definitely where I'm feeling it now. Thanks so much for watching. Good luck to you out there on your Hydra grind, on your Ironman, because it can be pretty devastating if you go dry, or whatever else you're out there grinding. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.